Hello everyone, welcome to another Let's Play with me, your host Tim. And today, we're going to play through Crow Country together, or we're going to start to do so. There's going to be some prep here that you can skip by adjusting the slider up here on YouTube to the appropriately segmented spot, or clicking that link with the timestamp in it to jump ahead in case you don't want to listen to this prep. Should take like 4 minutes or so. We're going to talk really quick about what type of game Crow Country is, how far I got it, assuming I had played it before, why we're playing it, and any house rules I'll be using as we play this game together. Let's go ahead and get started. Crow Country is a survival horror game, and I've been told it's somewhat similar to Silent Hill 2 in how it operates. I know it's got some nods to the Resident Evil series as well, the first probably 3 games in that series. I didn't play the third of Resident Evil, but I did play the first 2, and it's got a lot of things that are very familiar in that regard as well. I have not played this game very long. I've played it for maybe 35 minutes, reached the first enemies that killed me. And because those first enemies are before the first save slot, or the first save room, or whatever it is we can save the game, I'm forced to start over. And I figured, well, you know what? I've got enough of the control scheme under the belt at this moment that I feel like I can play it somewhat competently, but still probably die to creatures frequently enough to make it frustrating, and thus entertaining for you guys. And because this is a creepy game, at least it looks like it's going to be, I figured it would fit the bill for those games I like playing during the fall months. As such, you should know that the majority of this game will be completely blind. For Timisms, or house rules that I'll be using, or things you should be aware of, our character can walk, and you know by now, viewer, that I like walking everywhere, so you should expect me to do that. Since it's going to be blind, I also will be checking everything to make sure that I didn't miss anything, so you should expect that as well. In other words, a lot of exploring. There's no voice, as far as I'm aware, in the game, so I'll be reading all the text that we find on screen and doing the conversations or dialogue, and as such, I will also be talking with you guys as we play this game. So don't expect a silent Let's Play here. However, during creepy or like chase scenes or stuff like that, I will probably be silent as it requires more concentration, and I would like to keep the atmosphere for those areas somewhat preserved if I can. Our character also has ranged weapons, and if that ranged weapon requires a magazine, you guys know that I do not like reloading that weapon whenever I can. I feel like I should be forced to wait until the last bullet is out of the magazine in order to reload it. So we'll be using that house rule here in this game as well. I can't promise I'll do it, because nothing ensures I don't get punished for reloading the game whenever I would like, but I will attempt my best to limit myself from doing so. Finally, not really a house rule, but something about my house itself, is that I'm recording this game in a different room. I'm recording it in my bedroom, and there's an air conditioning unit here. It is October 1st when I am recording this particular episode. Hello, viewer, right at this moment. But it's still rather humid here in New Jersey at this time, so I still need the AC. As such, you may hear it turn on. I think it's on at the moment. I apologize if it's distracting. Hopefully you guys won't even notice it. And with all that said, I've already checked my voice and it's coming out okay. So let's start a new game. Right, so we have video game journalist mode, which we're not going to play. And we have these 2 choices, which we can consider. Survival horror and Murder of Crows. Now, I tried Murder of Crows for my initial, well, feeling out the game, and I liked it. I thought it was good, but I didn't really fight anything, so I don't know how much more difficult it is compared to survival horror. But I feel it's probably what we want. I have heard from rumblings on the Steam forums when I was looking up what the differences are between these, that this was rather easy, survival horror, all things told. And this was added sometime later from those people who wanted a more challenging experience. So we are going to go with Murder of Crows to start. And if it proves to be too difficult, we can start over. I'll do it all off screen on survival horror, and I'll show off what differences there are if there are any. But I'm going to assume I'm going to be good enough to do this. Now, one last thing before we get going, I am not used to the control scheme here when it comes to combat. I hit the wrong buttons numerous times trying the first fight, and I get the feeling I'm gonna die to the things we first encounter again. Hopefully that won't be the case. Let's find out together. And if it is the case, I'll just cut the recording and get back there again off screen on this difficulty. And if we die there 3 or 4 times, I will lower it to survival horror after all. In any case, let's get started. If anyone asks, my name is Mara. Mara Forrest. Special Agent Forrest. That's me. Don't forget. Don't mess it up. That was a very interesting way to start this. That last statement makes it seem like we are talking about ourselves in such a way that messing it up, forgetting who she is, could be really important, doesn't it? Anyway, here we are. I like her cute skirt. And we've arrived at wherever it is we're supposed to go. Let's take a look and see what's around here. And I'm assuming this is something we put on our own car here. It's our police file. Missing Persons Report. Atlanta Police Department. 215 Lakewood Way, Southwest, Atlanta, Georgia. Name Edward Crow. 57 years old, male. Occupation, company owner, landowner. Health condition, unknown. Last seen by Mr. Tolman, 42 male. Last known whereabouts, Crow Country Estate. Oh, there he is. Looks like behind him is some burnt out ruin. And I can't tell if he's got a really large bun for hair, or if that's like the moon or sun in this picture. I'm assuming it's the moon behind him. I don't know. He looks like a crow to me. His facial structure is very sharp, very pronounced. Reported by Natalie Crow, 27 female. Relation to missing, daughter. Reported to Officer Detective Harrison James. Now we can rotate the camera around us in this game, and we should. All sorts of things could be... It looks like all sorts of items we can interact with and or take are just lying right there in front of us sometimes, but we don't have anything that like highlights items. So we don't know what we can interact with. There's no, like, sparkly thing. And no crates will have yellow paint on them to let us know we can break them in this game. It's the wheel. The hubcaps are solid gold. Ugh. What a show-off. Man, just leaving solid gold hubcaps in the car in this unused parking lot. That's a great way to have them removed. When I was growing up, if you left your car, like, a car with solid gold hubcaps in a parking lot that was for an abandoned store, you wouldn't have those hubcaps for longer than like another minute. Like maybe 3 hours, they'd be gone. And then they'd be being sold at Hubcap World, mysteriously. It's a car. This is a very nice car, but it's covered in trash. I guess the owner doesn't care for it anymore. I guess, Mara, that the owner is rather... What's the word I'm looking for? Incapacitated at this moment, and unable to retrieve it. It looks like this stuff has been here for a while. and placed on the car, as opposed to something falling on it and then him being unable to move it or retrieve it, judging from how the cans are positioned and the bottles on top of it. Ooh, lots of blood here. There's blood on the ground. What happened here? Can't check the trunk. Staff parking only. Okay, so we're at the staff entrance. It's the trunk of the car. It's locked. There's a silver keyhole. The license plate, I'm assuming, says E.L. Crow. So we don't have a key yet. It's chained up. That padlock looks a little rusty. It would probably break with enough force. I better go open up the trunk of my car. Oh, that's interesting. The cone stops our movement. I have to pay attention to that. No running through that stuff. It's a trunk of my car. There's something important stored in here. That's my box of handgun ammo. I should stock up. Okay. We can't shut the trunk of our car, so I'm assuming this is a friendly place of Atlanta, Georgia. That we don't have to worry about, or maybe it was a lot more friendlier in what year was it? 1990? That we can just leave the trunk of our car just open. Driving in any further could be dangerous. Okay, not allowed to ram the gate. So we can hold up our gun, and when we do so, the camera will immediately change direction. And we reload. Her pistol holds 8 bullets in it, so every one of those boxes we picked up is effectively a magazine. What's that? It's a med kit. We do have an inventory. I guess we'll take a look at it. Here we are. We're absolutely fine. And we have an ID card. It's our police ID number, 05061. Mara Forrest. Date of birth, January 12th, 1965. Firearms expert. Oh, good for her. So, I guess she's called in when we need some cleanup done. Or the department, wherever it is she works with, needs cleanup. Needs cleanup, Tim. Is that what the police do? Maybe she was a member of SWAT or something like that. She's a trusty 9mm handgun, simple and effective. A small first aid kit. I can use this if I get injured. Alright. Well, no one's coming out for us. We didn't find a key out here. So that means... we get to go in more forcefully. I guess all our leads led us here. This must be the Crow Country estate, or must be located on this premises. There apparently is enough power that they're still running the music. I used to work at Great Adventure, viewers. Six Flags Great Adventure for many years. And they don't run the music when there's no one in the park. Like, every penny they can save gets saved in some capacity. So, it's interesting that they still have the music on here for some reason. And I'm assuming, like, the lights are working and stuff like that, too. Odd. It might mean someone else is here who's turned on the power. The ticket booth. I have no intention of buying a ticket. It's a board of ticket prices. One thing I will say about this place, the tickets have always been pretty cheap. Well, that's pretty good then. Hopefully the memories you have here aren't so cheap. Judging from the amount of trash lying around, at least it's been visited, like, people came here at some point. This is what the Great Adventure looked like sometimes at night. After all the guests had left. What's that? It's a pocket light. Looks like somebody dropped it. Oh, that would be handy. I think I've played 3 games with pocket lights. Coltic, this one, and... I don't remember the other one. I've never seen a pocket light in real life. I guess these days you wouldn't need one. You have phones now to use as lights. This is a diagram of a video game controller. Oh, clever. Very clever. Oh, apparently we'll get grenades at some point. I can check this in the pause menu, too. Hello, little bottle. What's that? It's a bottle containing an antidote. What type of antidote is it? Antidote to poison. It doesn't say what type of poison it cures, so it must be some sort of universal antidote. A page from a magazine. You can rotate the camera with R. Also, the camera will quickly face forward when you press RB to use your weapon. On the wall here will be a bunch of tutorial messages, just in case you need them. They do contain some useful info, but I will try to skip reading the rest of them, since it's just tutorial stuff. This place used to be fairly popular with the locals, according to the ticket prices. I guess they didn't want to raise the price, especially if the locals were regular customers. Nobody at this ticket booth either. It's a trash can. Oh, man. It's full of trash. When I was a member of the grounds department viewer, and trash cans would get this full. And it was awful to change these trash. Lots of dumpster juice everywhere. My goodness, it was awful. The smell was... It smells pretty much exactly like apple cider vinegar, if you ever smelled that. In fact, I can't stand the smell of that juice. It's... Oh man, it turns my stomach. Reminds me of this job I used to have. I'm not desperate enough to reach in there. Good. Yeah, I wouldn't want to reach in there either. I've had to dig through trash like that before at Great Adventure. You get on really long gloves and you go digging around for things. Sometimes people might think they accidentally lost something in the trash can, so you do your best to dig into it to see if you can find out what it is and if they lost it, and if you can get it back for them. Oh, we also saw this track over here, right? Did we see where does it go? Oh. Wait, what? What's that? It's a laser sight for a handgun. Who left this lying around? We were just here, and that was not just here. That's interesting. Is there someone else here who came armed and who followed us? The track goes here. What does it say? It's the main gate. This leads out to the public parking lot. It's been blocked ever since they shut down Crow Country. Maybe we were supposed to find that laser sight? So, when I did play this game earlier, I found that in a bathroom. Maybe it's an item that we are, like, supposed to find very early on, so the game gave us it, effectively. I don't know why this didn't start us with that stuff, though. Maybe it's because it wants us to learn how to interact with things. All the trash cans also, I believe, are going to be full of trash, and we're not interested in searching them. I do wonder why they added them into the game, then. Maybe one we can interact with? Some sort of electrical panel? 9mm rounds, just lying right out in the middle of the street here. What's that? A box of handgun ammo. A backpack. UFO Tour 1988. It's empty. Did somebody lose it? I guess we'll enter the places as we encounter them? Bathroom door is unlocked. That's good. I can't stand when I go to parks and they lock up the bathrooms for the winter months. Then again, you can just go outdoors, I suppose. This is a men and women's bathroom, but there's urinals right here. Okay. Well, anyone can walk in. There's a blood trail here. There's something in this stall, and I think it's what's moaning. Yeah, that's the face of a person down there looking around, covered in blood. Although, judging from the size of it, this thing's back is facing the stall, or it's misshapen. Okay, we won't disturb it. There's a magazine here. Beyond Magazine, August 1989. Strange sighting at abandoned theme park? Aspiring paranormal photographer Arthur Mole sent in a Polaroid he took while exploring the abandoned amusement park Crow Country. Could this thing possibly be real? Or is it just another hoax? Here at Beyond Magazine, we're not convinced. Try a little harder next time, Arthur. Oh, I wonder if that's this thing here in the bathroom. It could be. We can probably shoot it. I have a bead on its butt, effectively, I think. I'm not gonna at the moment. We don't have very many bullets. There's a rib cage in that stall in the toilet. There's something in there, but I can't get at it. It's blocked by a pile of old bones. Another toilet. I don't need to go right now, thankfully. Automatic hand dryers. More bullets this time in a sink. It's a sink. The faucet's running. Turn it off. Agent Mara Forrest saves the day once again. Conserving water. Anything in the urinals? Guess we should check them. It's a urinal. Doesn't look like anybody's cleaned it in a while. Oh, man. When I went to summer camp, the urinals always had daddy long-leg spiders in them. Same thing when I go to park restrooms. Seems so convenient. Yeah, it is, Mara. Yep. You wouldn't know. The urinal. Is this the men's bathroom? It's both. It is both. Crows eating something. I can't make out what that is. This door's locked. There's a bronze keyhole. Okay. What is it? Some kind of dead animal? I can't make out any features. Looks like there's shards of bone in it. Maybe it's what the other creature is lacking in the bathroom, which is why it's in there moaning. And this is the gift shop? Locked from the other side. Red barrel. Scary crow statue. It's on a track, so I will make the assumption that it races down there at some point. Or, well, I mean, when we're going to probably use it. But I'm assuming this thing activates, or would activate to greet people and walk up and down. And we have bear traps here. I can attest that they do hurt you if you walk into them, so we gotta pay attention to how we're walking around. It's a staff memo. There's something wrong with the ventilator in the ferry pond area. We think something might have crawled into the pipe and died. Don't run the ventilator. And if you do, hold your breath. Seriously. Alright, that I think is a warning that if we turn on the ventilator there, the area floods with poison or toxic gas, I'm assuming. A staff memo. Fine, I admit it. I dropped the bronze key into the ferry pond. It was an accident. It wouldn't be such a problem if we'd made a spare. The door's locked and you need a silver key. That's the same building, so that's another entrance into the gift shop. Gate's locked. The car's a bronze keyhole. Out of order. Soda. It's a vending machine. Guess I'm gonna look. Let's give it a good kick. Nothing. I wasn't thirsty anyway. You can destroy the boxes. They don't... They drop random stuff, which makes me believe that maybe items are not set in stone as to perhaps everything that you find or what's present. The laser sight being out in the entryway, I guess, is a testament to that. I didn't really find anything in these when I broke them. I think one of the boxes I broke early, very early game, had an antidote in it. So I'm not going to waste bullets. I think the bullets will be more important to us than possibly getting an item. Nothing in that trash can either. Hang on. This wooden panel looks a little different. Try to move it. It's a button. Press it. We get another med pack. Or med kit. It's a control panel. There's a button. Crow walking sequence. Press it. Nothing happened. I think it's out of power. It's on the other side. Crow turntable control. Press it. Oh, enough power to at least turn this, but not enough power inside, I guess, the crow to make it walk. It's a metal hatch. There's a large empty slot in the back. Oh, there's something... It's like there's a small staircase that goes down to a door. So we need to get this out of the way. Okay. And I'm guessing we need a battery in order to do that. Another red barrel. A telephone. Can we call anybody? Nobody to call. I remember when payphones were everywhere. At least in every location that people would be in. Now, I don't think they have cell phones really anywhere. Cell phones. Actual payphones anywhere these days, do they? They expect everyone to have smartphones now. I myself will have a flip phone, not a smartphone. I won't get a smartphone. It's a fortune-telling machine. It's been destroyed. Shame. And that must be a place for a crank if I ever saw one. It's a metal panel. There's a hole for something to be inserted. And it looks like there's something in this jar. What's that? It's a large med kit. I'm guessing these are full heals, as opposed to the little ones' small heals. And we have a box over here of shotgun shells. What happened here that there's ammo for shotguns and pistols just lying around? Seriously, why is there... What's the word I'm looking for? Ordnance? Just lying around out here. Fairy Tale Town. The music makes me think of some of the stories I read in some fairy tale books my parents had when I was young. They were tales from, like, Eastern Europe? Or Western Europe, or... Yeah, I think that was right. And they were really creepy looking pictures in there. Demons, or the elves or sprites were very... They weren't right looking. They weren't right looking. The stories themselves were rather disturbing, too. It's full of trash. I'm not desperate enough to reach in there. The mushrooms are all moving. I'm assuming that's animatronics. What's that? 2106. I think it's written in blood. Is it a code for something? Or is it 9017? Or Z? Can we take whatever that is? We cannot. I thought that was like a flask of something. We have a little fairy house. Is this a real door? I think it's locked, but there's no keyhole. What about that little post box? There's a bronze keyhole. Oh, we don't have a bronze key. Oh, there's a med kit in this. No, an antidote. I should be careful about just firing my gun, by the way, this way. Remember that we're going to use a house rule where I can't just reload it whenever I like. I suppose I could reload it in a situation like this where we're not having any combat occur. Nah. We'll go ahead and stick to my rules. Hello, creepy mushroom. In a way, you look like you should be in Dark Souls. What was that? Oh, there's a lady there with her back turned to us. And a control panel on the wall. It's a giant mushroom. He doesn't look very happy. Is this a door? I can't see a way to open it. Is there like a panel lying around here somewhere? Anything by the rock? No. A Polaroid camera? I think it's broken. Oh! We see someone up above over there. Looks like he's injured. Let's look at the photo. Oh, man! We have, what are these? Mains demons? Lemurs? It looks like that from the old Dungeons and Dragon demon book. One of the monster manuals, the Outer Planes. Wow. But this poor gentleman's injured. Let's see what he needs for help. Sir, what happened here? What? Who? My name is Mara Forrest. I'm here to help. They attacked me. All I wanted was proof. What's your name? Arthur Mole. Oh, look, okay, the guy we read about. I just need a clearer photo. A photo of what? Who attacked you, Arthur? Those things. I don't know. Those people, they saw me and... Alright, stay calm. You're bleeding quite badly. I should help them. What did you say your name was? Mara. Come on. I think we should take a look at your leg. We can heal him. Thanks. I still feel kind of bad. Come on. Let's move you to somewhere safe. You don't look too heavy. Oh, let's move him. Sounds like we brought him to our car. I moved Arthur to my car. He'll be safe there for now. Unless he got bitten or injured by something that turns him into one of those things, in which case, I guess he's not going to be as safe as we would like, and we won't be as safe when we return. And don't walk into that bear trap, Tim. Is the lantern a way to interact with this thing? It is not. There's something in the tree. It's a wooden carving of a woman. She's facing the other way. I thought we did see a note. A staff memo. The quickest way to Tolman's office is through the fairy pond area, right? Problem is, I forgot how to get the stupid tree fairy to move out of the way. I guess I need a code for the keypad, and then... what? I'm sure it was written down somewhere. Maybe in Crow's Lounge? Oh, more bullets. We will take more bullets. And something's written here, where Arthur was. Tree Lady, 3184. I guess Arthur wrote this. we're right here. Why not turn her around? Mental note, the game's not paused while this is ongoing. Oh, hello! She looks a lot like Marilyn Manson to me. It's the eyeliner. Hello, Marilyn. I think I remember. You have to talk to her? There was some kind of phrase you had to say. I don't remember what it was, though. Okay, well, if we don't know it, I won't bother guessing. Lots of red barrels in this area. How... Oh, man. How quickly could I shoot one? Not very quickly. Okay. Another large med pack. Is that a cigarette machine? It is. Oh my goodness. I'm not allowed to smoke. You don't want to smoke anyway. What do you mean you're not allowed to smoke? I guess you're not allowed to smoke as a police officer on duty, I'm assuming is what she means. Although she does look like she's like a little girl as opposed to, how old, what year is it, 1990? So she would be 25. We used to have one of these in my grammar school auditorium / gym. Just outside of it, in the foyer there. Yeah, and it wasn't locked or anything. Anyone could buy cigarettes, so I don't remember any kids doing so at the time. It was one of those things where you could put coins on like a slot, and then shove the slot into the device, and it would dispense cigarettes. Back when you could buy a pack of cigarettes for like $1 or something like that. I've never smoked anything in my life, so I couldn't tell you exactly what the price was back then, and I was a kid, so it's not like I'm going to buy them anyway. But I think these days it's extremely expensive to buy a pack of cigarettes. Cosmic Future, coming summer 1990. It was supposed to be finished this year. Now it'll never happen. Looks like they didn't. If I'm judging what I'm seeing back here, it wasn't actually even really started. It's a map. It shows the surrounding area. Let's take it. How do we see it? Okay, there we are. Cosmic Future. I am guessing the gray doors are places we can get into. Red doors are locked. Oh, we missed something at the beginning of Fairy Town. We should go back to that. It's a sign. I wonder what kind of wondrous things awaits us in the future. Edward Crow, park owner. A hole in the gate. Looks like it was done with a wire cutter. I think this is how Arthur got in. Seems like he cut himself on the fence. Hopefully he got his tetanus shot. A vending machine. Guess I'm out of luck. It's a handwritten letter. Hey, Ed. Want some good news? I finally found a good site for a gold mine. It's in Para, northern Brazil. Just like we wanted, there's a disused mine here. The locals gave up on it years ago. It's still in decent shape, so it shouldn't be too much work to get it looking the part. Okay, I'm guessing he was looking to expand and build another park. Some sort of cave park? That's quite a distance, though, to have another type of Crow Country park up and running. Here at Crow Country, we can't wait to share our optimistic vision of the future with you. Douglas Pike, Park Operations. Well, looks like it wasn't that successful, Mr. Douglas. Also full of trash. A staff memo. If you're looking for the machine chain, one of the 7 Swan people took it. Oh, one of the 7 Swan people took it? One of the what is this, the Christmas song? One of the Swan boat people took it to fix a broken swan. I told them not to take it, and they took it anyway. You can't reason with Swan boat people. Yeah, stupid Swan boat people always stealing our machine chains. Never can trust them. That's why we didn't have any at our park. So is this open then? The theater. I think it's blocked from the other side. Can we look in? It's a window. I can't see anything through it. Oh, that's because it's not real. Honestly, I feel silly even trying. Oh, it looks real to me. It looks real to me, Mara. Don't be upset. Is this one also fake, I wonder? Or is this one a real one? It's just a sheet of orange plastic. Obviously. We already looked at that. We can't pick up the pipe. Let's not walk on the bear trap. Oh, it's on this side. Oh, a staircase. I just walked right past this. What's that? It's a bottle containing an antidote. We're getting lots of antidote potions right away. That makes me rather nervous. Alright, what's going on here? We have some sort of carousel? That's not... It's not doing too well, but it's still trying. One of the swans is busted, the other is working. What is this? It's a wheel. It doesn't turn. There's a strange mechanical swan head. Do I need to put something in its mouth? We don't have anything we can put in there. It's a wheel. I'm pretty sure it's broken. Oh, and the head's still twitching? What's this? Oh, it's been broken. I wouldn't know how to repair it. I'm guessing this used to control that swan, and this one still works and controls that swan? And you would be able to drive them around in the lake. A staff memo. So the eggs are going missing. I think the kids are stealing them. Luckily, it turns out you can use anything, as long as it's about the right size and shape. It's weird. I'd assumed that the eggs were magnetic or something, but apparently not. What's that? Oh, there's something here? A box of shotgun shells. We'll take some more shotgun shells. How many shotgun shells do we get, by the way? 4 shotgun shells. That is not a lot of shotgun shells. It's not really a box of shotgun shells. Unless that's 2 boxes. But I suspect it's actually just 2 shells. It's a newspaper. The Atlanta Globe, May 1986. Crow Country Theme Park opening soon. Cancel your weekend plans with the in-laws and grab your sunglasses. A brand new theme park is opening just a few miles southeast of Atlanta. Explore Fairy Tale Town, Haunted Hilltop, and Ocean Kingdom at Crow Country, which promises a day full of fun and adventure for the whole family. The park is owned by one Mr. Edward Crow, a lifelong Atlanta local and landowner. Yes, that's right. It appears he named the park after himself. Not much is known about Mr. Crow, other than the vague, unsubstantiated reports that he is exceptionally wealthy. Nonetheless, we look forward to seeing what Crow Country has to offer when it opens its gates this summer. Another staff memo. If the swan breaks down, just take the egg out of its wheel system. Doing so disables the radio signal and locks the wheel until you can get a mechanic out to fix it. Okay, so we're looking for an egg or something like an egg. Oh, I see. Alright, we're going to be piloting that swan around that to get to us here. It probably has something on it. I can reach the edge of the water. Oh, it's got one of those chains around its neck. Okay. The swan boat people took it, of course. Of course they would. Well, it doesn't leave us much to do, does it, viewer? We have the utility corridor, and that's about the only place we haven't been. And that's where I died. I've been putting it off. Alright, viewer, time to see how good I do at this. So, it was really tough last time for me. I'm assuming I'm going to die here again. In which case, well, I'll be back after I do all this again off screen. Alright. Here we go. I instinctively want to use the right controller to move this, and the left controller to move me. But we can't move once we're in this mode. We got hit. We didn't kill any of them. I think. Or did we? Oh, I did it! I lived! Okay. We were hit once, though. It's dead. Now, what are these? They look like they're wearing just underpants, and they're horribly mutated. Ugh. The smell is so bad, like an infected wound. I feel bad killing it. But I feel bad leaving it alive, too. How injured are we? We're okay. So I guess we won't use a med pack. And we can't search this corpse. Looks like probably a father and their child, a son. Maybe they wandered in here to explore Crow Country, and something turned them into these things. This is probably what attacked Arthur, also. I'm guessing. Alright, viewer, everything from here on out is completely new to me, so I don't know what's coming up. Let's have some... I've actually been playing for close to an hour, so we're probably going to save and stop at this point. Let's look at this staff memo. The fire marshal was here this morning. She said the following rooms are due for inspection. Crow's Lounge, northwest. Model Railway, central. Utility Corridor, southeast. Submarine, west. Crow's office, northeast. Wednesday, underground. Crow's lab, underground. She also said we need to replace the Ocean Kingdom storeroom door. You can reread all of the notes in the save room, supposedly, according to one of the magazine's bits of information. Can I ask why the dig site access is that cute little house? Don't you think there's a chance that some kid would want to go looking in there? At the very least, let's keep it locked via the keyhole on the mailbox. How's our ammo, by the way? 5 bullets left, okay. It's a wooden crate. There's a note taped to the lid. Ship to Marvin Trumbull, 806 Acara River, Para, Brazil, South America. Contents, samples of geological interest. We have no choice now but to open it, so let's take a look inside. It's full of rocks. Each one is embedded with pieces of shiny metal. Is this a crate full of gold ore? Why are they shipping gold ore to an abandoned mine? It's a vent. Is there something inside? Can we destroy it? I would rather not waste a bullet until after I save the game. Oh, for reloading and what have you, viewer. How should we do this? If we end up in a situation where I feel like we've made lots of mistakes, I will obviously reload. I guess I shouldn't reload if I'm going to check something like the grading. Though I might do it off screen. Alright. So the lounge is right up ahead. I felt like I needed to kill these things rather than just run past them, because I might be coming down here again in the future. At least for the save room. And I don't want to have to run past things in this corridor and take hits every time. Ooh, I like the dust motes in the air here. A medkit. Maybe we will heal now? It says we're okay. There's pieces of gold ore on the ground, a bookshelf. Minding your own business. Economics of the mining industry. Joseph J. Carden. I like the name. I approve. Another broken vending machine. Nothing. Wasn't thirsty anyway. Okay. I wonder why these are here. Maybe they give you an item if you keep kicking them? I don't think they do. These things barely worked, even when the park was open. That's a giant red book. It's a notebook. Tolman's Records, March 21st, 1988, so 2 years ago. Monday morning, driving to work, boss calls in to my car radio. He doesn't normally do that. Something has obviously gone wrong. Intruder alarm going off in the second unit. Boss thinks someone is down there. Get to work, check the security cameras. Someone is down there. He's standing right by the pool. All security doors down to the pool are locked. Check security records. Doors untouched since 6 p.m. on Friday. Alarm has only just been triggered. I turn on the intercom. Try to communicate. No response. But I can hear the sound he's making. Something is wrong. His clothes don't fit him. Something is very wrong. Did we build this park on some sort of, like, Indian burial ground or something? It's a cabinet. There's a keypad down there. What was the code outside? 2, 1. Oh, there's no 0, so it doesn't matter. Ashtray. I'm surprised this whole place hasn't burned down. You can smoke where you like if you use ashtrays. Don't worry about it as long as you can take care of it. I'm assuming when the book saves our game. Let's look at the rest of this place. It's a letter. State Court. 185 Central Avenue, Southwest, Atlanta, Georgia, United States. Legal summons. Dear Mr. Crow, I am writing to you in relation to the incident which occurred within your theme park in July of 1988. As you know, a 15-year-old girl by the name of Eileen Marshall was injured. An incident occurred within your premises and within working hours. As such, the Marshall family is holding you personally responsible. Your presence is required in court. We expect to hear from you immediately. Sincerely, G. Williams, State Court. Reads a little different. I had a summons once. I was in a minor fender bender a long time ago. But the people I ran into, because it was my fault, I ran into them, had an injured back, supposedly. And I guess my insurance wasn't paying out, so they tried to sue me. So my insurance took... Oh my goodness, we have blood on us! I guess our skirt because we're injured. I guess you guys don't really care. So I'll just say that doesn't really quite read like a real summons to me. But then again, I wouldn't expect it to. We'd be here reading that for like 5 minutes. The couch. We'll leave it alone. What's that? It's a bottle containing an antidote. Lots of antidotes. Do these take up, like... Can we stack an unlimited amount of antidotes in our inventory? We can. Okay. I don't like how many antidotes we're getting, viewer. It means the game's expecting us to take lots of hits. A staff memo. Remember to get into the fairy pond area to say this out loud to the fairy. Hear me, O great fairy of the fairest forest. It's pretty sensitive. It won't work if you have an accent. Sorry, Diego. The fairy? The one in the tree in Fairy Tale Town? Couldn't hurt to try. It's a magazine. It's a collection of video game tips. Okay, so you can rotate the only ones we've read so far is... Oh no, it's all of them. Okay, we don't need this at the moment. A bookshelf. All That Glitters. A History of the 1848 Gold Rush by Stephen E. Cook. A great name. I really approve of these. A fireplace. The fire is crackling softly. Staring to the flames, I feel something. It's a curious mixture of hope and dread. Maybe everything will be okay. And maybe it won't. Oh, this is how we save the game. Alright, hold on. So let's check the rest of this and then we'll save. And then we'll call it quits. It's a ring-bound book. It's a collection of staff memos. Okay, so this is where we can read all those that we found. And if we sit on the couch... That's a nice place, I guess. I like the chalice. I have a few very fancy mugs, viewer. One day I'll have to, it's comfortable. I don't like sitting in it. I'll have to show, on camera my mugs. They were very expensive. Alright, so let's save the game and call it, call it quits. Actually, there's something here. What is this? What are you? A grenade? I'll take a grenade. Is this like the egg we need? It's a real grenade. I should be careful with it. I wonder if we could have just ran past those creatures and lobbed this at them. That might have been an easier way to get rid of them. Alright, well anyway, viewer, let's once again save the game. Alright, save complete. As you saw, I have no other saves, viewer. I've never gotten past those creatures. So, because I didn't make it. And that ends it for this first part, guys. I hope you like the game so far. I like this game. I like the theme of it. I kind of wish I could rotate the camera faster, and I could move our aim faster. However, it's set as high. Well, actually, I guess the camera isn't set as high. So if I set it all the way up here. How fast is it now? This does not feel any faster to me. It feels just as slow. I do wonder what the keyboard controls are. Well, anyway, viewer, I will stop here. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Take care, everyone.